Lindsey, like all the inductees here tonight, your long list of accolades goes pretty far back. Let's go to where you went to high school, Morgan, Utah. Mm-hmm. 5-time state title holder between track and field and cross country. Mm-hmm. Why did you decide that Weber State was going to be your place as to where you were going to continue your athletic career?
Well, for me, I had been recruited by a couple other schools. At the time, it was Coach Blaisdell, who was the head coach, who worked hand in hand with Coach Hislop. And Weber State just felt like a great option for me. I knew that it was going to be a good fit. I was very underdeveloped out of high school, so I certainly wanted to go somewhere that I felt like I could progress, and Weber State ended up being the best choice for me and best decision I could have made.
It was a good choice, to say the least. Like John said, first Weber State Wildcat to be qualified and compete in the Olympics. Amazing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What was your reaction when you accomplished that feat?
Well, I think the very last picture on the slide had my hands up going like that with my just shock, but not shock, I just really a realization that it had actually happened, because it was something that both myself and Coach Pilkington knew that was a reality, or knew was a possibility, but that's the moment it became a reality. And it was, I can't, if people ask me how did it feel, even now, like I'll think back about that race and I'll get goosebumps, because it was everything that could go right went right in that race, and it was amazing to have it all come together.
One thing that I loved that you said in our conversation yesterday, one of the days, about you accomplishing that for yourself. You said that it was really important for me to fall in love with the process of working towards that, but not necessarily focusing on the outcome. How did you train yourself to think that way? Because it's, I mean, as we all know, it's so easy to just try to want the end goal so badly. How did you block that out?
Well, I think that as a distance athlete, for anybody that's done any kind of endurance sport, you start to learn different techniques of how to do things like that. But for me, and most of those athletes too, it's not that you wake up one day and say, I'm going to go qualify for the Olympics. It's a process that takes a lot of time and commitment. And if you're focused on the right things, which is the hard work and the commitment and the effort that you have to put in to even train to have a possibility at that, then that's when the reality of it can actually happen. But still, even then, things have to go right on the day, at the right time, at the right moment. And I'm very fortunate that I've had a lot of people that have helped me along the way to get to that moment. And even now, moving forward, it's just a really fun memory for me, but there's a lot of exciting things coming next for me as well.
Speaking of everything coming next for you, you're coming back to Utah, mm-hmm. your home state, to coach for your alma mater. Why is that important for you to pay it forward?
Well, I feel very fortunate with the experiences that I've had, both as an athlete when I was running in college, my post-collegiate time when I was an elite professional athlete, when I was running at the Olympics. All those things were great, but once I started coaching and started to learn more about the other side of the athletic world, I really started to fall in love with that side of it too. And so I've had some very unique opportunities in my coaching to get me to the point where I feel very excited and ready to come back to Weber State, and just to continue to work with athletes and help them do things that they never thought that they could do. And I would love for an athlete to have that same feeling crossing a finish line, whether it's at the Olympics or somewhere else, when they just have their hands up on their head, not just finally having that reality hit them as well.
Congratulations, Lindsey. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Anything else you want to say? I know you have family here. You have Wildcat fans watching, former coaches.
Sure, yeah. No, the biggest thing is just, a huge thank you to my family. My parents have been there through it all, so I'm very thankful for them. My husband, Mark, he's put maybe, especially in college, he put probably over 30,000 miles on our car, driving to all the different races that he came and watched me at. My coaches at Weber State, I started with Coach Blaisdell. Halfway through my career, it was Coach Pilkington who took over once Coach Blaisdell retired, and my running was able to elevate to a new level with him, and to be able to work with Coach Hislop in the steeplechase for some of that as well. I feel very fortunate for the coaches that I was able to work with and that I will be able to continue to work with at Weber State, and just in the Big Sky in general. I'm very proud to represent the Big Sky too.
Well, we're excited to have you back at Weber State. Congrats again, Lindsey. Give it up for Lindsey.